Welcome back to Trending Update USA. I am Steffan, and today we are diving into the biggest story shaking the tennis world, a storyline that has exploded across social media, ignited fanbases, and pushed the rivalry between Coco Gauff and Aryna Sabalenka into an entirely new level of intensity. What started as a simple off-court comment has turned into a full-scale drama, and for the first time since everything blew up, Coco Gauff has responded directly, firmly, and in a way that has stunned everyone in the tennis community. The accusations came unexpected, loud, and bold from Aryna Sabalenka, who hinted that some players, without naming names at first, were receiving unfair advantages in tournament scheduling, practice court assignments, and media spotlight. But as the world quickly pieced together the hints, the internet decided that Sabalenka was talking about none other than Coco Gauff. And when fans demanded clarification, Sabalenka dropped the filter entirely and admitted she was referring to Coco, claiming that some players get treated like the tour revolves around them. It was the spark that set the fire. The tennis world erupted immediately. Journalists started pushing for more details, commentators dug into the claim, and fans across Twitter, Reddit, and Instagram split into camps. Some defended Sabalenka, saying she was brave for speaking out, while others accused her of jealousy, insecurity, or trying to shift attention after a few difficult matches. Meanwhile, Coco Gauff stayed silent for several days, offering no reaction at all, even as speculation swirled and the story grew bigger than anyone expected. Every press conference became a minefield, with reporters waiting for her to respond. Every fan wanted to hear her voice. Every headline demanded a statement. And today, finally, she delivered one. But before we reach Coco's powerful response, we need to understand how this drama escalated, where it started, and why Sabalenka's accusation hit such a sensitive nerve across the entire tennis community. The initial tension began weeks earlier during a tournament where Sabalenka complained privately about the late-night scheduling she received compared to Coco Gauff's primetime slots. She reportedly told people behind closed doors that the organizers were protecting their golden star. The comment stayed inside locker room walls until someone anonymously leaked the tensions online, and once it reached social media, everything changed. Fans started digging up old footage of subtle on-court interactions, small gestures at handshake moments, and press conference clips where Sabalenka seemed uneasy or annoyed. They posted them with captions like, "The signs were always there," and "Sabalenka was fed up for a long time." When the pressure became too much, Sabalenka finally made her accusation public during a post-match interview, suggesting that the tour gave Coco favorable treatment. She added, "It's hard to compete when the system has its favorites." Reporters immediately asked her if she meant Coco, and she confirmed it. That interview went viral within minutes. Some tennis analysts criticized Sabalenka for making the claim without evidence. Others argued that she had a point because rising stars often receive extra promotional attention. But most observers agreed on one thing: Sabalenka's tone made it personal, not structural, and that is why the drama spiraled into something much bigger. During this entire stretch, Coco Gauff stayed completely quiet. No Instagram posts. No subtle quotes. No press conference reactions. She just continued training, practicing, and focusing on her matches. This silence created even more speculation, and some critics accused her of ignoring the issue to protect her reputation. But today, everything changed. Coco finally responded, not with anger, not with defensiveness, but with a controlled message that reflects her maturity, confidence, and strategic media discipline. Her response came through a detailed interview moments before practice, where she addressed Sabalenka's accusation head-on. Coco began by saying, "It's disappointing because I've always respected Aryna as a competitor. If she has frustrations, I wish she would speak to me directly instead of making it a public narrative." She then added a line that instantly became the quote of the day. "Being successful doesn't mean I'm being favored. It just means I'm working for it." Those words hit the tennis world like a shockwave. Fans who had been waiting for Coco's response finally had something concrete, and within minutes, her quote trended across social media platforms. What really caught people's attention, however, was the calmness in her tone. While Sabalenka spoke emotionally, Coco responded with full composure. Analysts immediately began comparing the two approaches, saying Coco handled the situation like a future leader of the tour. But Coco wasn't done. She also addressed the deeper accusations regarding scheduling and favoring, saying, "The tour schedule's based on broadcast value, rankings, and storylines. I don't control that. I show up when I'm told to show up." That line effectively shut down the notion that she personally benefits from special treatment. She reminded the world that scheduling decisions are made by the tournament, not the players. Then she delivered another memorable line. "If someone thinks I get advantages, I hope they understand that opportunities are earned, not assigned." The entire tennis community lit up. Fans celebrated her response, calling it classy, elegant, and powerful. Even some critics who previously defended Sabalenka admitted that Coco had taken the high ground. What made the moment even more striking was how Coco avoided escalating the feud. She didn't insult Sabalenka. She didn't accuse her of jealousy. She didn't question her character. She simply clarified the situation and moved on. And that is what true champions do. Meanwhile, Sabalenka hasn't responded yet to Coco's statement. Some believe she will double down. Others think she might stay silent. But one thing is clear, the tension is now thicker than ever, and the next time these two women meet on the court, the atmosphere will be electric. Fans are already calling it the must-see rematch of the season. Inside sources claim that the WTA has privately urged both players to de-escalate the situation because the story has overshadowed ongoing tournaments. Some fear that the rivalry could split locker room dynamics or influence match-day atmosphere. But instead of calming down, the drama continues to fuel debate. Popular tennis podcasts have been dedicating entire episodes to analyzing who was right and who was wrong, dissecting tone, body language, context, past interviews, and every small detail in between. Some former players weighed in as well, with many saying Sabalenka crossed the line by naming Coco, while others argued emotions are part of sports and shouldn't be policed. Meanwhile, fans of Coco Gauff have taken her quote, "Being successful doesn't mean I'm being favored," and turned it into a trending hashtag across Instagram and TikTok. Video edits featuring the line have already amassed millions of views. And that's not surprising. Coco is one of the most beloved young stars in global sports, known for her humility, discipline, and respect for competitors. When she speaks, people listen. Her response today didn't just settle the accusation, it reinforced her reputation as a player wise beyond her years. The storyline also exposed a pattern that many fans suspect has been quietly brewing: the emotional tension players feel when one star gets more attention, more coverage, and more storylines built around them. Some analysts argue that Sabalenka's frustration comes not from Coco specifically, but from the media environment that constantly highlights the youngest, most marketable stars. Others say that Sabalenka's complaint reflects deeper insecurities triggered by her inconsistent results this season. Still, others believe that this drama only adds more intensity to their rivalry, which has already delivered some of the most exciting matches in recent years. As the media storm intensifies, people are also revisiting old interactions between Coco and Sabalenka. Fans recall the time Sabalenka smashed a racket after losing a match to Coco, and the internet suggested it was directed at her. Others point to a press conference where Sabalenka said she couldn't understand why the crowd cheered louder for Coco. All these moments have now been reinterpreted under the lens of this newly revealed tension. One viral clip shows Coco comforting Sabalenka after a tough loss, an interaction fans now describe as ironic, following the recent accusation. But Coco's response today, calm and measured, may shift the momentum entirely. Her decision to take the high road might make Sabalenka's remarks seem more emotional and less grounded. Some of Sabalenka's own fans worry that she allowed frustration to push her into a PR mistake that Coco, with perfect composure, corrected. And while both players have their loyal supporters, the narrative is clearly favoring Coco at this moment. Sports marketing experts believe this drama will actually increase viewership for their next match significantly. Whenever they step on the court again, cameras will zoom in on every glance, every handshake, every reaction. Commentators will analyze every detail. Fans will fill the arena with energy, picking sides loudly. And the moment the first ball is struck, the world will be watching closely, asking who is truly the stronger competitor. This storyline is bigger than tennis. It's about pride, professionalism, perception, and media influence. Even off the court, sponsors and brand partners are paying attention. Coco's mature response reflects positively on her global image, and several analysts predict it will increase her endorsement value. Sabalenka, meanwhile, may face additional questions in upcoming interviews, especially if she chooses to escalate the matter further. But for now, Coco has taken control of the narrative. Her words resonated across the sports world, bringing clarity and shutting down speculation at the same time. And so the tennis world sits in anticipation. Will Sabalenka respond? Will she apologize? Will she defend her comments more aggressively? Will the rivalry reach a boiling point? Only time will tell. But for now, Coco Gauff's response stands tall, confident, unshaken, and undeniably powerful. The drama is everywhere, the stakes are high, and the story is far from over. And this, right here on Trending Update USA, is where the world comes to hear the truth behind the headlines. I am Steffan, and this is the drama that will define the conversation in tennis for weeks to come.